Come on, say it with me. Hey, up.
No, just turn it off. I need to know what I'm going to say. Start again.
Start again.
Let me practice, turn it off. I don't want to do it.
What, do it? Alright. Hey up. Practice it now. Hey up and welcome to this week's Hey up and welcome to this week's Shimmy TV bike review. Try it once.
No, I don't want to do it.
You do?
I do.
Try it.
I don't want to do it.
No. So we can get the bike in.
Ready?
Are you ready?
Shall I go?
Go on then.
Hey up, and welcome to this week's Shimmy TV bike review.
There we go. Thank you, Pete. So the 2016 ZX10R produces 207 horsepower and 84 foot-pounds of torque. Obviously, I'm going to presume that's 207 horsepower at the crank and not at the wheel. We're going to run it on RTR's Dyno a little bit later on in this video and see exactly what it produces at the wheel. The changes that they have made to the ZX10R's motor, stuff like the lighter crank and whatnot, have made a huge difference. It spins up so fast, the motor does, and I mean, one thing's for sure, like I said, we'll find out in a bit what exact power it makes at the wheel, but freaking hell is it fast.
And then you're saying this about me, and it's making me feel like, you know, if everything you're saying is like
Domestics. Why is she having a domestic in here?
She's still piping on?
Well done.
I'm going to get this out, tell me.
Say again.
I'm going to get this out of the computer and fucking tell me in a minute. I ain't got time for that shit. You know when Jamie starts with that, I just fucking turn the fucking off button off.
Turn the off button off. What do you reckon to the bike, Bev?
What's that for?
A review?
Yeah, it's alright.
It's alright.
Yeah. When it got warm.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, just that. Yeah. And they send you back, and then you review it, and then take it back.
Yeah.
So what are you going to say about it?
It was fast. Right, there's a lot to remember, so this bit, I am actually going to read this bit instead of trying to remember. So the rider aids that the new ZX10 comes with are Kawasaki launch control, sports traction control, Kawasaki engine braking control, electronic throttle valve, and Kawasaki quick shifter.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, and a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah, which are all fantastic when they're working, but I have to say that in the time that I've been riding this bike, which is just over a week now, it's I've had at one stage all of the warning lights on, and that's happened twice. And then there's also been other times where like individual warning lights have come on. So like I say, it's fantastic when they're working, but yeah, they're a little bit temperamental on the ZX10.
This is chill Gary.
Yeah.
We don't get no grief, do we, Shim, in this college? This is man zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot. First time out on the ZX10 2016. Like I said, it had a load of issues with the electronics, so everything was off. The Kawasaki launch control, the ABS, the traction control, the quick shifter, everything had turned off. Now it's all back on for some reason. Halfway through that session, going into Melbourne Loop, I noticed that the ABS was kicking in. So yeah, it's all back on, so now I can have a little play. First impression of the ZX10, it's probably the smoothest bike I've ever ridden on track. It's set up super well. Yeah, I'm gonna have a play around now. I haven't quite worked out how to turn the ABS back off, because yeah, I just don't like ABS at all. I don't think it's needed for the track whatsoever. So the 2016 ZX10R, it's just such a good bike. It really is. The technology on it it's so good. I'm not all that keen on the quick shifter. Surprisingly, I could change gear cleaner without it, cleaner and smoother. You know, just by flipping the throttle, no clutch, and just hooking another gear. Whereas with that quick shifter, it seems to surge a lot. Engine braking, the Kawasaki engine braking, I've got that turned off because I had it on earlier on, and I was finding it was making me run wide. Like I wasn't on the run up to a corner. I wasn't meeting the apex. Whereas I turned it off, and it seems to be a hell of a lot better. Again, someone might have a different opinion, but that's how I'm running it today, and it seems to be working spot on. Obviously, full power as always, and it's a wicked bike. Thank you, Kawasaki. Back at RTR again. I'm gonna get it right this time. Dan Hegarty, he was the privateer champion, not best newcomer, privateer champion at this year's TT. But yeah, just gonna run the ZX on the dyno and see what it produced. Brought a packed lunch for me today. Bit of KFC. You want a wing?
Stereotypical black man.
Yeah. Do you want a wing?
Yeah, I'll have a wing.
So, what did it make? What did you make?
185.
185.
Got to bear in mind it's got the Kawasaki converter on. It's only got a tailpipe, but all that restriction's going to be in the cap.
Yeah.
That's going to be killing it. I think we've got pipe on it to be 7 or 8 horsepower up at least.
Wicked.
185, it's good. 25 up on the blade.
Yeah, and that's still like what's that going to be at the crank roughly? It's not going to be far off 200.
No.
So yeah.
Yeah, if the factory's quite 200, I won't be far away at that. Plenty to come out of it, but again, as a road bike,
yeah.
It's bonkers.
You get 200 at the wheel without a lot of
I
work,
reckon if you
wouldn't
put that in super stock spec, you'd sit around 200 horsepower, depending on your day and your tyre you're running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Down.
not so far. We need a BM.
Yeah. We need a BM. Please BMW.
I'm a believer.
Kawasaki really have done a brilliant job with the 2016 ZX10, and it's pretty much a world superbike on the road. 10 years ago, which isn't that long ago, You know, GP bikes didn't have the, you know, same sort of technology that the ZX10 has straight out the showroom. Forgetting the electronics for a second and just focusing on the ZX10 as a bike, Kawasaki really have done an amazing job with the ZX10. I mean, it's the motor, for instance, is just, I keep on saying it, but it's mind-blowingly fast. Chassis and suspension wise, they've, again, Kawasaki have done a brilliant job making something that's just as comfortable on the road as it is on the track. The gearbox on the ZX10 is really, really good. It's probably one of the slickest gearboxes I've ever ridden with. The traction control is again really, really intelligent. It's got quite a few different levels that you can choose from. Even with the traction control on, it can still catch you out. Don't think that just because it's got traction control on, you know, let me whack the throttle wide open coming out of this corner. It can soon send you into orbit. For what I want a bike for, the ZX10R 2016 is pretty much a perfect bike. And if you're a biker that's after something that's like heart-stoppingly fast, excellent handling, looks fantastic, but above all is pretty much leading the way when it comes to technology, the ZX10R 2016 is definitely going to be the bike for you.